from the res life, big lessons for the world, dreaming big.
Hey everyone, my name is Delmar. Welcome to the Willie Cheez Education Channel. Here we explore all kinds of stories, ranging from native culture and history to education, money, and more. It's such a pleasure to be here with you and share another Willie Cheez story. You know, we all have our unique ways of learning, and for me, I love writing things down and then reading them back into stories. Stories have always been close to my heart, and today I've got one that I'm excited to share with you. This one is called Willie Cheez and the Beauty of Life Before Technology. Part 1. The Days Before the World Changed. Before the world was taken over by screens, smartphones, and the constant hum of technology, life on the Navajo Reservation had its own rhythm, a pace that was slow, steady, and connected to the land. Willie Cheez, growing up in this time, knew nothing of the digital world. His days were filled with the simple joys and challenges of life on the res. Back then, Willie spent most of his time outside, playing until the sun dipped behind the mesas, casting long shadows across the red earth. In some places on the reservation, the day didn't officially end until the streetlights flickered on, signaling that it was time to head home. But in the more remote areas, where there were no streetlights, the deepening twilight was enough to tell you it was time to wrap up the day's adventures. Part 2. The Connection to the Land. There were no cell phones to keep Willie tethered to a screen. Instead, communication meant finding a payphone when you needed to make a call, or writing letters to pen pals, often strangers who lived far away, exchanging stories and little trinkets. Each letter was a small treasure, a connection to a world beyond the res, but the world at home was rich and full in its own way. In the summer, Willie and his friends would venture into the red canyons, where streams flowed cool and clear. They would splash in the water, build makeshift dams, and explore the winding paths that twisted through the canyon walls. The sound of laughter echoed off the rocks, mixing with the songs of birds and the rustling of leaves in the breeze. These were days of freedom, of unstructured play, where time seemed to stretch on forever. Part 3. The Traditions and Ceremonies. Life on the res was also deeply connected to tradition. Willie looked forward to the times when his family would attend local squaw dances, song and dances, or sometimes even peyote meetings or sweat lodges. These gatherings were more than just events. They were a way to connect with the community, to honor the old ways, and to pass down stories and wisdom from one generation to the next. Willie also cherished the times when the Ye-Be-Che dances were held, a sacred ceremony that brought the community together to celebrate healing and harmony. During the winter months, the Navajo shoe games would fill the evenings with laughter and friendly competition, a game that wasn't just about winning, but about teaching valuable lessons and reinforcing cultural ties. Willie remembered the thrill of attending a flea market with his family. The sights, sounds, and smells were a sensory feast. Booths filled with handmade jewelry, baskets, and blankets, the sizzle of fry bread cooking on hot griddles, and the lively chatter of people mingling, bartering, and catching up on the latest news. Sometimes Willie's family would sell their own goods, and other times they would just enjoy the day, wandering from stall to stall, soaking in the atmosphere. Part 4. The Hard Work and Simple Pleasures. Growing up on the res meant learning the value of hard work from an early age. Willie and his siblings helped with all sorts of chores, from butchering sheep to gathering firewood for the winter. They would ride horses, fix bikes, and spend hours taking things apart and putting them back together, their hands dirty with grease and dust. It was a way of life that taught self-reliance, resourcefulness, and the importance of contributing to the family and community. On the cold winter mornings, Willie would walk a couple of miles to the nearest bus stop, braving the snow, rain, or mud. It was tough, but it was just part of life, one more challenge to face and overcome. When school started, Willie and his siblings received new clothes through a tribal program, a small but significant reminder that even in a world with few material comforts, there was a sense of care and community. Part 5. The Joys of Togetherness. Even in the simplest moments, there was a sense of joy and togetherness. Willie remembered going camping with his family, picking piñon nuts in the mountains, or raising a stack of wood to prepare for the winter. These were times when they could be together, working side by side, sharing stories, and strengthening the bonds that held the family together. Sometimes more ambitious family members would haul wood to sell, or they would go to the local chapter house to play bingo, where the prizes weren't cash, but food and goods that could be used at home. It was practical, but it was also fun, a way to pass the time, enjoy each other's company, and celebrate life on the res. Part 6. The Lessons of the Past. Looking back, Willie realized that those days, before technology changed everything, were filled with a kind of richness that's hard to find in the modern world. Life wasn't easy, but it was real, connected to the land, the community, and the traditions that had sustained his people for generations. There was a sense of purpose in everything they did, whether it was a simple task like fixing a bike or a sacred ceremony at the sweat lodge. Willie understood that the experiences of his youth were more than just memories. They were the foundation of who he was. They taught him resilience, the value of hard work, the importance of family and community, and the beauty of living in harmony with the land. These lessons shaped him, grounding him in a way that no amount of technology could ever replace. A life well lived, to put this all together. In a world that's constantly changing, Willie Cheez carries these lessons with him. He knows that while technology has its place, the real treasures in life are found in the connections we make, the work we do, and the traditions we keep alive. The old ways may seem distant, but they are always there, ready to guide anyone who is willing to listen and learn. Willie's story is a reminder of the richness of life on the res before the world went digital. It's a call to remember and honor the past, to take pride in the simple pleasures, and to find strength in the traditions that have sustained his people for generations. Life before technology wasn't just about survival, it was about living fully, embracing each day with an open heart, and finding joy in the little things. For Willie Cheez, and for so many others, those days were a testament to the enduring spirit of the Navajo people, a spirit that continues to thrive no matter how much the world changes. And with that, we wrap up another Willie Cheez story. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Until next time, have an amazing day and enjoy every moment.
From the res life, big lessons for the world, dreaming big.